Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Shaughnessy, and on this channel we discuss fragrance, beauty, and wellness. And if you simply like to have a good time and you like my vibe, subscribe. So y'all, winter season is coming. When it gets to be December, I'm thinking winter anyway. So I was like, let me pick my winter fragrances that I'm looking forward to wearing this year. And I have quite a few. I think I have 21 or 22, y'all. So I'm not going to go over notes, and I'm just going to share with you a little bit about each fragrance and keep it moving. So let's get to it. The first fragrance I'm going to talk about is this Lancome Hypnose. So this is newer to my collection, and I'm not sure about it yet, but it gives me, okay, in the winter time, I find myself gravitating towards gourmand fragrances or, heavier fragrances that I don't feel like I can pull off in the heat, or like fragrances that give me an icy cooling effect that make me think winter. And this is like an icy floral vanilla. That's what I get from it. So I'm going to test it out when it gets the winter season and see, because I'm like, it's nice, especially when I layer with a Dolce Gabbana the One, but I'm just not sure it's a love yet. So I really want to wear it this winter season because I feel like I'll like it better when it's cold. So this is the first one I wanted to mention, and this is, again, Lancome Hypnose. So I have one other fragrance from Lancome that I'm going to talk about, and this is newer to my collection too, and this is La Nuit Trésor, the original. Look at that. These bottles are just stunning to me. So this is a fruity, syrupy, sweet, incensey fragrance. And I wore this out recently to a comedy show I went to, and I just smelled myself everywhere I went. But I think this would perform and not be overwhelming in the cooler weather. So for me to wear this in the daytime, it would have to be cold. So I'm looking forward to when it gets cold so I can wear this, because I don't really go out that much at night. I just don't. So I'm looking forward to when it's cooler, and I'm going to bring this bad boy back out. And that is Lancome La Nuit Trésor. Okay, so next I'm going to talk about a couple that I have spoken about recently. And this first one I'm going to talk about is Angel by Thierry Mugler, and it's the EDT version. I know a lot of people say this is spring for them, the summer version of Alien. For me and my palette, I still need some cold weather for this. This, to me, just smelling it from here, it's like a chocolatey tobacco scent. But on my skin, I get a lot of praline. It turns more gourmand sweet. But it's a little thick. Even the EDT to me is a little thick for my nose. So I can't wait until it's cooler for me to just really give this a serious wear test out and about. And again, this is Thierry Mugler's Angel EDT. Okay, these next two fragrances, I could not decide between the two, y'all. So I said I'm just going to pull them both because they both give different vibes, even though it's a similar note. And recently I just did my chocolate layering fragrances video. If you haven't seen it, please check it out. I will link it above. And I mentioned these two. So the first one, I think everyone knows, is Prada Candy Night. This to me is a dark, intense chocolate fragrance. And I have to Usually I'm mixing this with something a little sweeter, a little fruitier, because I just don't like it typically just by itself. But this is one I feel like It performs best and smells the best to me and my nose in the winter. So I will be pulling this bad boy out, and that is Prada Candy Night. And the other chocolate fragrance that I wanted to mention, this is Cocoa Woods by Nest Fragrances. Now this is unisex. This is spicy, woody cocoa. That's what it is. That's the kind of fragrance it is. And again, I tend to mix something sweeter with this. And it just makes me think of the cold weather. And fall in Texas is not cold. You get a couple cool fronts and then, you know, you're done. So these are the fragrances that I will wear, you know, when I get in the mood for them, but mostly it's for winter time. And I can't wait to pull this one out. And this is, again, Cocoa Woods by Nest Fragrances. So these next two fragrances I'm going to go ahead and talk about early in the video because I believe they have been in my previous winter or fall or cold weather fragrances. And these are two that you see all the time. And this is YSL's Black Opium. This, to me, I know some people say that this is a lot for them. It's really not to me. I could wear this now and it wouldn't be too much, but I just tend to find myself gravitating toward it in the colder months. And this is kind of your coffee, sweet, seductive fragrance. You know, everyone knows Black Opium. And so, of course, I'm going to have it in my winter fragrances because I am excited to wear her. Because it's been a minute. This next fragrance I've talked about I don't know how many times. And this is Carolina Herrera's Good Girl, the OG. You know, I haven't sprayed this in quite a while. So we're going to spray this. And I have done a whole review on all of the Good Girl fragrances. So if you haven't seen that video, please check it out. I will link it above. Okay. Now this smells good. This is sexy. This is jasmine. This has jasmine, chocolate, coffee. It has a ton of fragrance notes. But what's funny is this smells good and seductive. But I've never received a compliment wearing this. I have never, ever received a compliment. So my goal is to wear this fragrance this winter and receive a compliment, okay? Because it's good. So I don't know. I don't feel like this projects that much on when I wear it. But like I said, I've been missing it. I've been thinking about it. So I will be pulling Good Girl out and wearing her this winter. And it is my goal. It is my mission to receive a compliment while wearing her. So, of course, y'all, Alien. I knew a teacher. And this was her signature scent. And she would get compliments all the time wearing Alien. And I don't think she sprayed heavily. I think she was probably like sprayed once, walked into it or something. Because you had to get close to her to smell it. And with this fragrance, I know it can project, you know, when you spray a lot of it. But this is your, and I haven't sprayed this well, I sprayed it recently, but y'all, oh, I can smell it. This is your, it's jasmine. It's not to me it's not just, oh, feminine. This is like edgy feminine. This is not, I smell pretty. This is, I have an edge. That's what Alien gives me. And yeah, it took me a minute to like this fragrance and purchase it. And I got it on sale in this beautiful packaging. So, you know, that's a win-win. But yeah, it's floral. It's a deep, seductive floral scent. And again, I'm sure y'all know about Alien. So this is one for me. I need the cold weather. to want to wear Alien. So I'm excited to use this. I went through multiple samples and it was toward the end of last winter, I think, and I decided to buy it, and then I haven't worn it since. So I'm excited to wear it this winter, and that is again Alien by Thierry Mugler. All right, the next fragrance I'm going to talk about, I meant to do the ones from the same fragrance house together, y'all, but oh, you know how it goes. So this is YSL Libre Intense. This is the one, now I've heard some people say they wear it year round. For me, this is the cold weather version for me, because it's just the original Libre with a ton of vanilla, and like I've mentioned before, I get a chocolate fudginess that comes out on my skin that I absolutely love. And it just makes me think cooler weather. So I'm excited to wear this, and again, this is YSL Libre Intense. So these next two fragrances are from Dior. So the first one we're going to talk about is Miss Dior Eau de Parfum. Now, I have Absolutely Blooming, love that one. This one is your drippy candy floral, syrupy floral to me. It's elegant and sweet. Grown woman. And it just smells really, really good. And this is the one I tend to want to wear when it's colder. I haven't given it much love. I'm going to rectify that this winter because I've been thinking about her and I want to wear her. And it's beautiful fragrance. And that is Miss Dior Eau de Parfum by Christian Dior. Okay, the next fragrance from Dior is, I'm sure this is no surprise if you've been watching me, this is Poison Girl EDP. So the EDT versions, and the other is two other ones. Those, one you wear year round, one I think is mostly for fall. This is the one I think is cold weather. It's thicker. It's that, I'll keep saying it because that's what I get. I get that root beer float, kind of caramelized orange creamsicle. But it's got that syrupiness to it that makes it a little thicker to me than the other fragrances in this line. And so this is the one I reserve for cold weather. And that is, again, Poison Girl EDP by Christian Dior. So the next two fragrances I'm going to talk about are from the House of Sillage. And the first one is Holiday. So this is the one where I think of just a beautiful, pretty winter day. That's what it would smell like. It's fresh. It is one that can be worn year round, but it makes me think of winter. And yeah, it just smells like snow. It smells like fresh air. It just smells like a pretty winter day. That's the only way I can describe it. And of course, you know, the beautiful packaging of House of Sillage. I love the cupcakes. And this is, again, Holiday. So the next one from the House of Sillage is one that at first when I got the sample kit, I was like, I don't know why this is the one I keep hearing so much about from people reviewing, because I just wasn't getting it. But y'all, I love it, and that is Benevolence. So this is your brown sugar, sweet, like caramel. Oh, it's so good. And I know some people say they wear this in the summer. I know at one point House of Sillage was promoting this in the summer, so I might give it a try this summer. But I usually wear this when it's cooler. I've been thinking about it, craving it. Oh my goodness, it's so good. If you like a sweet, brown, sugary, vanilla, caramel, kind of orange blossom. And this, again, has that root beer float aspect to it. It's so good to me. And that is Benevolence by the House of Sillage. Okay, the next two fragrances I'm going to talk about are from the House of Kilian. So this is no surprise. I've talked about this I don't know how many times since I've gotten it. This is Love Don't Be Shy by Kilian. Y'all, this is similar to benevolence. They're not dupes, but they're same vibes kind of fragrances. This is more your marshmallow, orange blossom. And when I smell this, I want to keep smelling it. It just makes me think you just smell delicious. And I think this is one for me, because some people wear this year round. For me, in the heat, it can start getting a little cloying to me. So I can't wait to wear this when it's a little bit cooler. And that is, again, Love Don't Be Shy by Kilian. So this next fragrance is one that was so hyped on YouTube forever. I couldn't get my hands on it. It was sold out forever. Then when it was in stock, you know, I was like, I'm not getting this right now because I'm not gonna wear it right now. That's how I am. I was like, I'm gonna get it when it's a little cooler, and that is Angel Share by Kilian. Now this is one I'm still not sure I'm in love with it. I enjoy it. But I wore this and received compliments back to back immediately wearing this fragrance. And I know I'm going to wear it more when it's colder to see, because I like it, I enjoy it, but I'm not obsessed with it. So I'm going to see if when it's colder, will I enjoy it more? You know, will I just fall totally in love with it? But it is a good one. If you like, it's a cinnamon, boozy. I get cinnamon, spicy, boozy fragrance that I tend to want to sweeten up some when I wear it. Now, this is a good one to try out. I would suggest not blind buying it. I've noticed with Kilian fragrances with me, they're very hit or miss. It's either I really love them or I'm unsure or I can't stand them at all. And so this falls in the range of I like it, but I just don't know if I'm obsessed with it. But I feel like I could become obsessed with it. So that's why I send this list, because I plan to give it a fair chance during this winter season. And again, this is Angel's Share by Kilian. So this next fragrance, I don't know how many times I mentioned on this channel. It's an absolute love of mine. And that is Parfums de Marly de Lina Exclusive. This is your creamier, heavier, incensier, if that's even a word, more incense version of the original Delina. To me, this is the winter version, because this can get thick on you. You know, this has amazing lasting power, projection, and sillage for me. This is just 10 out of 10 on all fronts for me. And I wore this recently and I was just smelling myself all day. But I think I like it more when it's a little bit colder, because like I said, it can become a little cloying. And I want to spray enough to where I can smell it and enjoy it, and then I know I'm leaving a beautiful scent trail. So this is another one I suggest for the winter time if you have it in your collection, and that is Parfums de Marly de Lina Exclusive. Okay, so the next fragrance I'm going to talk about, this is Burberry Her Intense. And this is just your cherry. Think of Baccarat Rouge, Ariana Grande's Cloud, but think a lot of cherry. That is what this gives me. And I just love it. I know some people think it smells like medicine, but I just adore this fragrance. And, you know, I got it and had it not too long before I stopped wearing it. You see, I put a pretty good dent in it last winter. And it's going to be even more dented this year because I've been craving this one too. And again, that is Burberry Her Intense. Okay, next I'm going to talk about Jean Paul Gaultier Scandal by Night. Okay, was this my first? No, it wasn't. This is my second Jean Paul Gaultier fragrance. I'd heard so many people talk about this fragrance. This is your heady, seductive, deep cherry honey fragrance. And it can be a little much during the daytime for me, unless it's it's cold. So I've been waiting for it to cool off so I could wear this fragrance. It is beautiful. It's seductive. It's a good cherry honey fragrance. And again, this is Scandal by Night by Jean Paul Gaultier. All right, this next fragrance is Dolce Gabbana, The Only One Intense. And I absolutely love this bottle. It is stunning. So this fragrance is another one that I hear some people say they wear it year round. They prefer it in the summer. For me, it's something in here that can annoy me. I don't know what it is yet. I think it's pink pepper in here. I'm not sure. But it's a note in here that when it's warm, it's more potent. And it bothers me. So I'm waiting until it cools off, and then I think I'm going to really enjoy this because I enjoyed it last winter. I got it towards the end of winter and really enjoyed it. I get from this fragrance is coconutty vanilla. It's spicy. It's a spicy coconut vanilla. But I think it's musk, maybe some woody notes in here. Sometimes when I'm wearing it, I get the coconut vanilla and it feels like a marshmallow that comes out on my skin that I love. So when I wear this, I'm going to try to bring out that it's no marshmallow in here at all, but I'm going to try to emphasize that comes out on my skin because I love it. So I can't wait till it gets a little bit cooler, and I will be wearing Dolce & Gabbana, The Only One Intense. So let's just go ahead and talk about the last black bottle I have in my collection following, The Only One Intense. And this is La Extase by Nina Ricci. So this fragrance I have not worn out yet because y'all, I can't imagine wearing this until it's cold. This is sharp when I spray it. This is intense. This is heady. This is I get like a drippy, syrupy, rosy oud fragrance from this. And I don't know yet if I like it. It's interesting, but I haven't given it a wear test because I can't handle this right now. So I put it in this lineup because, like I said, it's very interesting to me, and I feel like this is one I will come to really enjoy. But I gotta wear her out. And so I'm waiting for it to get cooler, and then I'm gonna really wear it because when I smell it, like I said, it's very interesting. And I feel like this is one I'm going to enjoy. But it's still not one, like Kilian's Angel Share. It was very interesting when I smelled it. And I wasn't sure about it. And so I can't wait to wear this winter to see. But this is a good one to me. If you like rose oud fragrances, this is a good one for when it's cool because this is intense. So I can't wait to try her out and see, will it become an absolute love for me? And again, this is La Extase by Nina Ricci. Okay, we have 2 more fragrances to go. This is another one I think I mentioned in my previous cold weather fragrance recommendations. And this is Girl of Now by Elie Saab. This is another one you hear a lot of people mentioning, talking about. And this, I remember when this was at the height of the hype on YouTube, and people were just going, so sweet, it's so sweet, I can't take it, but it's so good, it's so good. Now this is a sweet honey bomb. I mean, the way that golden juice looks, it's a sweet honey bomb. But to me, it's not overwhelmingly sweet. It's sweet, but it's a good one for when it's cooler because it can become cloying. It can get a little thick and intense. So I am looking forward to wearing this because I've been wearing Girl of Now Shine, and I was just loving that. I put a dent in it and took a break. So this is the one I'm getting ready to be wearing now for my, intense honey fragrance. And again, that is Girl of Now by Elie Saab. So the last fragrance we're going to talk about, I think this is one, in my opinion, that can pretty much be worn any time of year because it's very sensual. I just tend to think of this one for winter because of the counterpart. And I'll get into my explanation about what I said after I show you the bottle. And this is Flower Elixir by Kenzo. This is my first and only Kenzo fragrance so far because this has been hyped on YouTube, I mean, forever, okay? And I was like, I have to get my hands on it. So this, to me, is your more intense, fruity version of Prada Candy. And see, this is why I chose this one for the winter and Prada Candy for my fall and right now, because Prada Candy to me doesn't have this fruitiness. This is another fragrance I took to work to share with some of my friends at work because they were interested in some fragrances. This was a hit for everyone. Everyone loved this, added it to their to buy list. They fell in love with this. This is a hit. Prada Candy is the lighter version, less fruity. This, when I was explaining it to my principal was smelling this, she said, "Oh, this is so good. But it just reminded me of something. It's reminding me of something." I said, "Is it Prada Candy with raspberry?" And she was like, "Oh my God, that's it, Shawty, that's it." That's what I get from this. And it's got a sultriness to it that I think is missing from Prada Candy. So that's why I chose this one for the winter, because it's just got that oomph because of that raspberry note. Because to me, Prada Candy really, I wouldn't say it's sultry. It's more grown woman, which is grown woman, but like I said, it's not sultry to me. This is sultry. And I just choose, if I'm breaking it into categories, I tend to reach for Prada Candy. I would wear that year round. Yeah, because it's just, it's just good to me. I tend to wear it in fall, still winter too, but that's one I would wear year round. This is one I would probably wear year round too, but it's something about that raspberry note that makes me think cooler weather, sultry, seductive, that it's just good, y'all. Yes, like I said, this was a hit. Everyone who smelled this fell in love and were trying to find out where to purchase it because it's hard to find this one. But yeah, this is one I will definitely be wearing this winter season. And again, this is Kenzo Flower Elixir. All right, you all, so those are all of the fragrances that are at the top of my list to wear this upcoming winter season. But I do want to mention all of the fragrances for fall that I chose this year. Those, you can wear them all through fall, winter. These are just the ones that I'm going to give special attention to because they've been on my mind for this winter. So if you enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below telling me some of your favorite winter fragrances. And, maybe I'll find some new ones that I need to add to my list, okay? And please share this video with everyone who loves to look, feel, and smell as good as we all do. And please turn on your notification bell so you won't ever miss any of my videos. And as I always say, if you like my vibe, subscribe. Until next time, bye.